Hey there, welcome to UToledo Mindful Monday. I'm Professor Jay, and I shall be your host. Did you ever hear of seasonal affective disorder? You know, that's a thing, actually. And guess what? Right now in February, it's kind of a tunnel month, you know. We don't have the winter break to look forward to, and spring seems to be an infinity away, and the sun is not much with us, right? Clouds, blah, blah. So it turns out that that can actually have a real effect on us, you know, and it's important to notice that and to really just not necessarily, I wouldn't advocate that we kind of pretend we don't feel that. If you do, some people don't, you know, some people are Eskimos, they like it, whatever. But if you're feeling that kind of stuff, a lot of times what we do is we try to just push it away. And what we say is disassociate from it, okay, or deny. We just pretend that I'm not feeling that way. And you know, usually that's not a good strategy, honestly. Like sometimes there's things you can do that with a little bit, but if you're feeling a little down and you try to pretend you're not feeling that way, the feeling just kind of compounds, yeah? It just kind of stays in there and gets cookie and then comes out more stronger later sometimes. So try this. If you're really mindful to the present moment and you really encounter the moment as it actually is, then the next layer is to encounter that moment non-judgmentally. So rather than, like we talked about last week, just uncritically accepting that I don't like this, it's not good for me, you can actually be present in the moment and just appreciate the texture of the moment as it actually is, right? And when you start to really tune into the experience, like of a gray sky, let's say, right? If you really tune into the experience of it and not just let the I don't like this kind of thing take over, it turns out that there's a lot of really interesting texture there. Imagine yourself, hopefully this will never be true for you, but it might be true for you, that you're in the hospital. Maybe you're there and you don't want to be. In fact, probably most people who are patients at hospitals don't want to be there. Well, let's say that that's you, but say you're going to be there. You've got procedures that need to be done, situation that has to be handled. There you find yourself in the hospital bed. Look, you can spend the entire time not liking it. Many people do. You can also just pay attention to your experience. Feel the hospital bed rising up to meet you. Notice the sounds in the room. I had an amazing music teacher. His name was Charlie Banakis, and in the last few days of his life, he wrote about the symphony of the hospital where he was, the sounds of it, and just paying attention to it. So in the same way, if you feel like the weather is getting you down and you don't enjoy this stuff, rather than just flinching and not liking it, relax your shoulders actually, and just feel where you are. Feel your feet on the floor, feel the bracing and perky wind on your skin, and just notice it, because you know what, you're going to go like this, and it's going to be another season, and this will be a distant memory. Don't miss it while it's here. Okay, tune into the moment. Don't disassociate from it. We'll see you next week.